Hi, this is Scott Schubert, and today we're going to take another look at what I consider to be the real key, the real secret to success in trading, and why do so many traders resist this idea? Why is it that what I'm about to show you may not be really popular with the mainstream in the trading world? Well, that's because the mainstream in the trading world, first of all, is never really going to be successful, and second of all, they just want something that is exciting, and they're not willing to exercise patience and discipline and develop a skill. Now, a lot of people, when they look at financial markets, will tell you that markets are purely chaotic in nature, and those people should probably not be involved in trading and should go do something else so that they don't cause themselves endless frustration if they don't see the patterns and the order that you can recognize on charts in financial markets. So in addition to this, it's more popular to look for some kind of a fancy proprietary indicator or some kind of a seemingly advanced system, because a lot of us as traders want to believe that trading is very difficult and we are very intelligent, and therefore we need some kind of a super advanced system because that's what it takes to succeed in trading. So because of this, often we will resist the idea that there may be something a little bit more simple. There may be something actually fairly obvious that most people just aren't looking at and can't recognize. So here's what you need to do. Take a chart of any currency pair or any financial market on any time frame and just observe on the chart what do you see. And one of the things that you could do is go back and just mark the places where you wish that you could have entered in the past and where you would like to have exited if you could somehow know that that would be the place to exit. And what you'll find is if you mark on a chart the ideal places to enter and exit in the past, just purely from hindsight and wishing that that's what you had done, those are the points that are very close to what we tend to do most of the time in our trading community. And why is it that some people are able to recognize these points and many super intelligent and highly educated traders in financial markets are not able to do that? Well, look at a chart, and first of all, on any time frame, you're going to see places where the market is moving in a strong movement in one direction, and then there are places where the market is pulling back or correcting. And at the time you're seeing this, most traders are not able to know, first of all, whether the market is retracing and then will continue in the same direction, or whether it is actually reversing and going to go in the opposite direction. Now, another thing is that there are all these different methods of trading, all kinds of systems and strategies for trading. What happens is, during a trending market, almost all trading methods and almost all traders will get some good results if they're trading in the direction of the trend, and if they're getting into a trade for any reason. They might be getting in for all kinds of different reasons based on different indicators, combinations of criteria for getting in. But if they're entering a trade during the time that the market is trending and entering in the direction of that trend, they're going to get good results during that time. And then when the market stops trending in that direction, there will be a period of time when most traders have a series of losses, and in many cases they're going to give back most or all of the profit that they made during the time when the market is trending. So it would seem fairly obvious that one of the things that you want to do if you're going to be successful in trading is be able to identify the point where the market is starting to trend in one direction, and know that it's starting to trend in that direction, as opposed to correcting, and then will continue in the other direction. And to be able to identify the point where a trend is coming to an end, and if you were able to stay in a trade and not get out of it, like if you were in this Aussie, and this happens to be a 5-minute time frame, and you were able to somehow enter up here somewhere and not exit until it got down to here, and know that these points were not places to exit. If you could know that at the time it's happening, then you would make a lot of money, right? And that's the big challenge, is that most traders don't have a way of knowing that. So what happens is, during the time that the market is trending, traders are getting great results if they're entering in that direction, and then as soon as it stops trending, they're going to continue to enter trades using the same trading criteria that they were using before, and then during that time they're going to experience losses. So that's what happened recently on the Aussie, when we chose to go short on this pair right around this area, right around this price, very close to where the market was just starting to turn down here, and then stayed in that all the way down through this correction and all the way down to here, almost right at the bottom is where we exited that trade. And how is it that we were able to know that that was the time to get in a trade, and then during this time we were able to know that it was acceptable to stay in that trade all of that time until right at the very bottom? How is it that we were able to know that? Well, that'd be the whole point. If you're going to be involved in trading, the whole point of what you want to be able to know is that. So most indicators and trading systems are supposed to be designed to show you that. Let's say you tried using Ichimoku. Well, if you can figure out how to use this indicator, it's really a pretty thing on your charts, but this is supposed to tell you that. It's supposed to tell you that a trend is starting and a trend is ending. There's an indicator called ADX, and this indicator is also supposed to show you the point where a trend is starting, and then enable you to stay in a trade to exit when a trend is coming to an end. Throw it on there and see how that works for you. Parabolic SAR is another indicator that's supposed to be designed to help you to see where is the beginning of a trend and where is the end of a trend, what's a retracement or a correction during a trend, and when is the overall trend over. Well, interesting thing about each of these indicators is that you have to be looking at the right time frame for a particular movement, because no matter what indicator you put on here, you're going to see that, well, on this time frame these were movements up, and these sections that are going down, maybe that would be one trade, but then you get out. But on another time frame, maybe that whole movement down was one continuous movement down. And you need to be able to know what time frame should you be looking at for a particular trade. Heikin-ashi candles help to filter out the difference between a retracement and an actual turning point relative to a particular time frame. But for some reason, many traders in our trading community have experienced profound breakthroughs when they see this phenomenon that I'm talking about, which enables you to know at the time it's happening that whatever time frame you're looking at, for instance on this chart right here, that this point was a turning point. It was an end of a trend, and to be able to know that that was a turning point right close to that point right there, and then that's where you exit a short. And then on this time frame you don't trade again. You stop trading on this time frame. You won't enter another trade on this time frame until the point where the trend is continuing, to be able to know that this point over here happened to be the point where that previous trend was continuing in that direction. why is this not popular with traders? Because traders hate doing this. Even though they're going to lose over and over not doing this, they just hate having to have patience. And it's the same thing on the 5-minute time frame as it is on the 1 hour or the 4 hour daily or any other time frame. On the 5-minute time frame, a typical trade lasts for 4 to 8 hours. And it might be 4 to 8 hours in many cases when you're looking to enter a trade, even on the 5 minutes. So people aren't willing to wait even on the 5-minute time frame, not willing to wait 2 hours, 4 hours, 8 hours to enter a trade. And then after entering a trade, they're not willing to wait 4 hours, 8 hours or so to exit a trade. And they don't know why they should enter, and they don't know why they should exit anyway. So they just get out because they're afraid, and they get in because the market's starting to move. So if you're on the medium time frame range of the 30-minute, 1 hour range, a trade could last a day or 3 days or even 4 or 5 days long for one trade on the medium time frame, and it could be about that long to enter a trade, waiting to enter a trade. So first of all, people don't have the patience to do that, and second of all, they don't know why they would do that anyway, because they don't know how to recognize those points. So if you're going to be involved in trading, wouldn't you agree that that would be the very thing that you would want to spend all of your time learning to do, to recognize that phenomenon? And if there is a way that you could know that at the time it's happening, wouldn't that be the very thing that you would put all of your focus on learning to do? To learn more about how to do this and to see other people doing it in real time, just go to forextradingseminar.com.